Well, there's the women's doubles draw. If you're with us earlier, you'll have seen the Imsad sisters come through pretty comfortably, truth to tell. Benyapa and Nuntakan against Shu and Lin. So this is the battle to meet them in tomorrow's showpiece match. About to unfold, the officials have come out on court and the players following behind.
Representing Japan, Osawa, and Tanabe. From Chinese Taipei to United Chinois, Chang, and Yang,
Never met before, these two pairs. Chang and Yang, as you can see, are the second seeds for this women's doubles.
Red. Red, flag for you. Receive, who receiving? Receiving. Begin which side? The side.
Japanese pair in the white shirts, that's Osawa. Won their first challenge event in Mexico just a few months ago, even though they're ranked 100 in the world. And 22-year-old Tanabe, it's actually only their fourth event of the year, these two. But I think that ranking is only going to go one way. No real problems first couple of rounds, and then Lam and Lee took them the distance yesterday in the quarters. They came through safely enough in the end. And on the other side of the net, the Chinese Taipei pair of Chang Qingwei, Yang Qingchun. That 17 ranking, by the way, was not long ago. Both 29 years of age. Got to the last four at the US Open in Iowa last week, so obviously trying to go one better. Also made the semis of the Indonesia Masters in January. And the quarterfinals of the Taipei Open in May. So you would have them as the favourites, no question.
Ready to play.
Mohamed Khatib of Canada is the chair umpire here. And Anthony Kuros of Peru is the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Tanabe and Osawa, Japan. And on my left, Chen Tinhui and Yang Qingteng, Chinese Taipei. Yang Qingteng to serve to my Tanabe, love all, play.
So here we go, second women's doubles semi. Chinese Taipei pair in the black.
Service over, 1 love. Two love. Three love.
Well, that was going wide, I think. And that of course, was on the line. That's how it works. Yeah, miscalculation.
1-3.
Earlier in that point by Tanabe. Well, they should have put the rally to bed earlier than that, but it doesn't matter too much as long as you get the end result right. It was dangerously close to the line, actually. Yeah, lovely touch at the net from Tanabe.
1.
Well, they went from being under real pressure to turning it round incredibly impressively there, Osawa and Tanabe. Good defence initially. Just sense, even, what, just a few minutes in, that they're getting a little frustrated, Chang and Yang. And shots like that won't help.
1.
Out the back by a mile. That was almost on the carpet.
8-1.
It's about the first mistake
Service
they've made.
over, 2,
Error from Osawa.
8. Service over, 9-2. Service over, 3-9.
Well, this has been a comprehensively
Service over,
dominant
10,
start by
3.
the Japanese pair without anything really spectacular. Yes, a few unforced errors from Chang and Yang, but made it look very straightforward. Getting closer. Good defense. Now that's going to be 11-3 at the mid-game break. And the scoreline, I think, is a fair reflection of the play.
Seconds, 20 seconds. Thank you, coach. Return to your chair. Players on court. John, on court. Right. 11-3, play. Service over, 4-11.
You just feel that they need to try and salvage a bit of pride here, Chang and Yang. So not a very respectable scoreline at the moment. They've just been completely outplayed up to this point.
Service over, 12-4.
I think Chang knew exactly what was coming there. She knew she had put that right into the hitting zone. It was a very easy kill. just can't get any kind of a foothold in this match at the moment. Chinese Taipei pair. Oh, where did that hit her? I think she's okay.
Service over. 5.
Always just skip a beat, because if that gets you in the eye, it can be potentially nasty. No problem. But they've just gifted so many points away.
Service
Chang and
over.
Yang, yes,
15,
the Japanese pair have played really well, but they've been given more than a helping hand along the way. Already 15-5 after only 11 minutes.
$16, 5.
And that was in. It came at a rate of knots towards Yan Qingchun.
5.
And it was a fine shot. And they are making absolute mincemeat of the Chinese Taipei pair in this opening game, the Japanese. Made it again. This is superb.
18-5.
And warmly appreciated by a decent crowd here. They know that the home favourite still to come. Michelle Lee is the next match, the final match. And the way this is going, she'll be on pretty soon. Another one out the back.
19-5. Service over. 6-19.
Right at the body, and it brings up 14 game points for Osawa and Tanabe. 360 odd kilometres an hour, that shot. It looked like it too.
Service over.
Just a fraction long. Not going to make a great deal of difference to anything here. Such is the enormity of the lead. Well, it only took a quarter of an hour, very, very one-sided, 21-7. Chang and Yang have pretty much got blitzed there by Osawa and Tanabe. They've got 1 foot in the final. They lead. 1 game to left.
Second game, low ball, play.
So let's see whether we can get an improved performance from the Chinese Taipei pair, because I don't think that the Japanese pair's level is going to drop. Well, that was going well wide. Well, she did well to reach the first one, Tanabe. Didn't get the second.
Love. Service over, 1-all. The court, please. Line judge. Line judge. Line judge. 2, 1. Play.
Well, that was going wide as well. That's twice that they should really have from the point and they've lost it.
2-all.
She's lost her bearings a couple of times down the backhand side.
let Chang serving. Yeah.
Well, that was one of the few rallies where they actually looked potentially in control of it, Chang and Yang. And in the end, it was a very avoidable error. Just wonder how much confidence has been sucked out of them after that first game. That's just wide of a line, though.
Service over.
So they made a bad start in the first game and never recovered. And if they can try and stay with the Japanese, who knows? That won't help, though.
Service over, 4-3. Five, 3.
Crowd trying to give those two some encouragement. They'd like to see this match become a bit more competitive.
Challenges called.
Well, I think that was called short, and the Chinese Taipei pair are challenging. That was what it looked like, anyway. Yeah. It's one of those moments where everything kind of stopped still for a few seconds. No one quite knew what was going on, but it was called out. And it was bang on the line.
Correction end.
So, excellent use of the challenge. And they stay on level terms in this second game.
Service over, 6-5.
Well, they were in trouble there from the first shot, really. Osawa and Tanabe got themselves into a real tangle. I think Tanabe completely obscured Osawa's view and then left it for her. That's never going to work. Right back on it, though.
Service over, 7-6.
Well, they reacted brilliantly when that shuttle came off the tape. And in the end, it was Chinese Taipei pair who blinked first. serious power there from Osawa. Just look like they're in a really good place, Osawa and Tanabe. She'll be frustrated, should have made that.
Service over, 7-9. Chang serving. Chang serving. Eight, 9.
Well, they're back on terms, Chang and Yang. One of the longer rallies we've had. So 3 points in a row. Should have certainly acted as something of a confidence booster, you'd have thought. Again, it looked like that was going wide.
10-9.
And Tanabe, 2 or 3 times, I think, has just misjudged the line of the shuttle. Well, this has all turned round, and now, with a 2-point lead, you'd make them favourites probably in this second game. 5 points in a row, leading up to the mid-game break.
Coach. Players on court. Eleven, 9. Play. Service over, 10-11.
Well, that was
hit
really crisply in the back of the court by Chang Qingwei. And for the first time, the two Japanese have got a match on here.
Service over, 11-12.
Oh, made a complete mess of that. Did Yang, was going to leave it, and then realised it was dropping in, had nowhere to go. That's very nicely done. Beautiful deception from Yang from the back of the court.
13-12.
Well, this has turned around completely.
14.
Chang and Yang now appear to be asking the majority of the questions.
Service over, 13-14.
Good leave. Would look a little silly if, well, I say a little silly if that had landed in. They are challenging it, Chang and Yang. But it was well out.
Challenge unsuccessful, one challenge remaining. 14 all. Play.
Well, they're challenging this because they can, really. I'm not sure if they really believe there's an error here. It's certainly worth an ask if it's even vaguely close at this juncture in the match. No problem with that, though.
Challenge unsuccessful, one challenge remaining. Service over, 15-14. Play.
It's a very easy leave that time.
16-14.
And that error makes the Chinese Taipei now very big favourites to take us to a decider. Just suddenly found some rhythm, and I think it surprised Osawa and Tanabe a little bit.
Service over. 15-17. Chang receiving.
So back to just a point between them, but it still looks to me as though Chang and Yang have the upper hand in most of the rallies, although not that one.
17 all.
Had to push a partner out the way, but it didn't matter in the end.
18, 17.
Look, that could have been nasty. I've seen collisions before. She literally bundled aside her partner, said, "I'll take care of this," and she did. Well, now it's swung back towards the Japanese at 19-17.
Play.
And that error brings up 3 match points for Kaho Osawa and Mai Tanabe. Been a much more competitive second game. Can they conclude it though? They certainly can. 21-17 in the second game, and they're safely through, Osawa and Tanabe, to tomorrow's final, and a match against the Imsad sisters. That should be good. Looks as though just for a few moments Chang and Yang have got the measure of them, but they came fighting back, the Japanese, and made sure we were not going to go to a deciding game. That was the winning shot. She was getting closer and closer, was Tanabe, and that one was never coming back. So they win 21-7, 21-17. 39 minutes is the official match time. Well, we have just got one more match to bring you on semi-final Saturday, and it's the home hope, Michelle Lee, #1 seed in the women's singles, up against Manazi Suizu of Japan. That's in a couple of minutes. the Markham Pan Am Centre. It's semi-final Saturday, and we've one semi to come, and that's it. Michelle Lee against Manami Suizu of Japan. That's the women's singles draw. Earlier on,